case, but the wound to me case is shaky show. I don't lie. BBA do CCA where Mark Brown was CCA, NCO BBA was CCA. I can tell you for a fact, say, ne hon twin them one, but ne hon pass out.
Ne hon boom, ne hon pampai.
It started from wound to me case.
No, possible. So you're telling me say possible.
I'm telling you for a fact. So there's no episode, especially all the times I mean on the show, no, that stage any episode or in Mr. Satawale. I'm born home or then Koja award. Slim says Shatawale Koja award now. Me no we do put down. It's a number to you and me kind of send it here. Also, I'm hitting on the guy. And up to now, people think say I'm me Black Sheriff hater. Saying and now only investor now no we Jimmy for so I could win your award. I'm saying.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Loud Lounge. Street is watching. So and our street, you know. The man himself, the most talked about entertainment journalist in GH. The man who brings calmness and he makes a lot of sense on the UTV United Showbiz set. Ladies and gentlemen, show some love to Arnold Asamoah Baido. Yes. Now, session winner part to part. I think I've watched your interview on delay show. On which you explained a lot about your background. Oche baby I go school. Actually be mafia man phobia no mo dream say.
Oh yeah.
You know 77 previous and be at beni pa kwakwahwe akwa bi na just woni hwe no abetena TV so the radio so chechim. But I'll ask you this question. Time ben na who say what passion for entertainment time ben in your career?
Ache career passion for industry, you know, as in arts entertainment ache. But me be serious after university.
Okay.
Before university, na me dey agro keke. Na me dey agro me chocho. But after university, then say no, ababo nothing I started.
Okay.
Until I realized, okay, why don't I switch? Me switching from just being passion to something I can really work with. So after school, I made the PMP, and PMP was the biggest newspaper tabloid.
PMP.
PMP was a big guest at the time.
Yeah.
Until after school now, I didn't even know where they are. I mean, maybe I'm office crowd. So maybe say. That graphic show being by. So PMP, although a lifestyle, but that's also entertainment and lifestyle. So it was a go-to newspaper, and that's a tabloid newspaper at the time. So I just walked into their office, and I met editor at the time, a friend of Joyce Jordan.
Okay.
And I'm share Isaac Yaboa, former Amachi manager of Onyan Baby Call, Assistance be Onyan.
Yeah.
I'm a friend of currency. So I walked into the office and me chair na me introduce me and say, oh, your friend Arnold Asamoah Baido. Na me person me boa mo na me yo mo entertainment reporter. But not Joyce there no a goat has swallowed the man stories no he only entertainment person.
Dr. Beckley
you know, and then they best.
Yeah.
He didn't know who I was. But Isaac Yaboa, because Isaac and I are more entertainment person.
Okay.
Or no timiding because I'm a trauma graphic, a lot of portals.
Okay.
And in the KK account, it was Isaac no timiding. So me boom didn't know I know you. Nah, blah 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 blah. No, it's okay. And I'm more major man. So I started for you. So when I'm here, entertainment reporter, I'm a PMP. So I had a whole column was no, not graphic showbiz aba.
Yeah.
But of course, let me be a real face because graphic showbiz don't look like graphic communication.
Yes.
So called
proper setup. So when you wait to be as
because more investors let me choco graphic showbiz letters column.
Okay.
Letters column. So I became very popular. And I'm a crap if you say me work out.
Oh, okay.
Because letters column D and me a champion.
Oh, okay.
Every Thursday I'll be a first page on flip and on an article. Into me PMP and I'm sure so okay, why not? So when I'm a starting fee, professionally, that's where I me cutting my teeth when it comes to entertainment journalism.
You started see you started
they were even
something.
paying my snake.
Wow.
Yeah. PMP, they were even paying my snake. But at the same time, I'm national service.
Oh, okay.
I'm national service.
No, your national service way?
Civil aviation.
Oh, okay.
Now me national service or civil aviation. So now person me combine it to know
aviation need what will match
from school. Like when I come and me national service, national service, and me adom and a vacancies be by and I go in for the interview. And I may be first for interviewing him.
Fantastic.
The glory of God. So how me started as a young guy. Very, very young guy. So I was doing the two together.
One more young baby started free now. In Ghana, undoubtedly, I mean, when we talk about entertainment journalists, you're like a poster boy for
Yamiadum.
What's a hopa? What's a hopa? And the show that you guys started on United TV, I think from the early days, Monet, Nana Mama Brown, like it just caught fire. From first one I'm here, and it caught fire from the very first day.
So first, the original plan, now it was to focus on celebs.
Oh, okay.
Not even it wasn't more about pundits, any analyst discussion. It was more about celebrities.
Okay.
The show initial plan was celebrities for platform. Yes, celebrities for platform. So first 3 or so episodes, now about celebrities. The only person I almost started was A+. And after 3 episodes, also be on the busy schedule. It was more about celebrities But of course, when we started program there, depending on the center trends in the corner, we'll focus best shift. That's how come Boo and I came in. To Boo, many Boo be mono and a fire.
Trends
exactly. Once a fire, no, and of course the producers and they know better. Monitor the streets. And also yes,
it was
king of the streets. So they know better, and they decided to sway the direction of the show towards sad points one night. Maybe I do
for United Showbiz, I realized that. Time and even the concept time and background and even Miss G take you over. And there's been a little bit of change maybe as a viewer, as a viewer.
Why not?
Because I see now there's a lot of discussion a zero in more industry. So something that you plan or just got up.
Me to me, Kasama producers and the directors of the show, but I can only speak by virtue of the fact that I'm a regular panel member.
Issues were her.
Issues were her. But so the me to me I can say eson obia ne personality in terms of the presenters. So Mark Brown comes with one personality.
Yes.
Mark Brown very well loved. Kind of feel Mark Brown. General population and even industry no more kasa. So the love no one a song. And compare Mark Brown and Miss G. Mark Brown be steady on the job in terms of presentation when it comes to your entertainment industry. Or your actress. Influencer. And Father Dixon Mandarama.
Representing count.
Exactly. And it'll be rare industry. Already now, just know Mark Brown's question that. But no, just back and forth. This one, they all discussing industry related matters.
And if you're not in there,
exactly. On the time, there was more skewed towards personality profile.
Okay.
Asa, say, more of the you can say live band action, more of the celeb, discussions, the kick account. To be fair, that discussion, you focus on more on the personality. But Miss G, no disrespect to anybody, but Miss G, is more of
entertainment industry. Like
what I say, from the days from hits, or to joy, multimedia to media general, all the way. I mean,
to even Baba Sadiq.
Three music, any the kick account. No, entertainment journalist.
Oh yes.
What I say, in
strength,
exactly in terms of issues, So when you be artisan, there, Miss so kasa,
and come
be Miss so pekasa. I mean, you should see Miss as a panel member or kasapa.
Oh really?
Yeah. She's very vocal. She's very outspoken and very loud. So you can imagine for somebody on no industry, a journalist or any research or anything, a more of discussion.
Okay.
What I say. So me view as personality is different. So me sure say
and also production as SQ towards
but
the show I think during the time, show no so before we move on
no
to the other side. The show during that time, McBrown I think one of the biggest or the main highlight would be court case by quite pie.
Court case in two. But the biggest one was Wound to Median.
Yeah. And I think Wound to Median was as a result of fear. Yeah. To make your transit be. And then I think Boo joined in.
Yeah.
Or Sprinkle.
So the first case was Boo there. Boo or Crack. Almost in the Nanado there. So McMahon was called in as a witness. Yes, that was the first case. But the Wound to Me case is shaky, Sean. I don't lie.
But then where some of these things are, of course, with our knowledge in media, I mean, sure, send a plan. And was a plan? Because people say, why not? Because the thing is, out there, people think, UTV for Trent for the Dixon as a guy, also will be all street to so a typical example is even the UTV invasion, tax nearby.
And I make us okay, so Slim, let's analysis.
You YouTube,
of course. Sa court case now. Sa court case is shaky. Sa program.
Okay.
A shaky program.
Okay.
Mean to me go into details, but the little I can say is a lot of changes about sa program after that Wound to Me case.
Okay.
BBA do CCA where McBrown was CCA, NCO BBA was CCA. I can tell you for a fact say ne hon pass out. It started from Wound to Me case.
Okay.
Because I Wound to Me case no for bebre.
Okay.
Including no more outside, no more inside UTV, United Showbiz production in a bear me one. So Bibeka say, guess what? Court case now at Koyan. You're finding A+. You're finding logic. You're finding a fear. You're finding Father Dixon as a director or producer of the show, executive producer of the show. You're finding despite Media House. And they paid, if I'm correct, 60,000 Ghana cedis each.
60K each.
Yeah.
No, we try.
Yes. Into when the best share we say may pay trends into and then you understand.
But then I mean,
business
wise,
come
business
on.
wise, I'm just saying no business, bro.
See, the name the chinam.
Yeah, the name the inam. Because the thing is now is the most talked about entertainment show. And guess what? Sponsors will not be more commercial breaker. Do you know the number of commercials you go?
Me jitum seb again based on my experience with industry. I'm for to me but sometimes we say, is it worth it?
Okay.
Because me name any Ghanaian executive producer or manager television programmer because I'm I could ask away be way I'm a court. Now for I am.
And also
I mean come on. And invasion as me say. BT yesterday I'm like I tell them in Ghana. So I was like, I don't blame them be because
country
because numbers I be a numbers game.
Yeah.
It's the little thing be I'll be your trends and people feel so any shown. But guess what? Because no one video studio where number but let's say 20 to 30. So is I'm insinuate say a stage, person say father Fred these all these guys together. And not tap so the 100. When we in a fair MPP officer, Charlie, I mean, come on. Ain't possible. Ain't possible.
So you're telling me say
I'm telling you for a fact. So there's no episode, especially all the times I mean on the show, that stage any episode or any spectacle. No. But when you say even time McBrown Obekaya show was also geared towards solving industry related matters.
Yes.
Personality issue show it was never staged. I remember an example.
Okay.
Time Nana na mo ba so no. Nanaba Namwa, it was exclusively on Nanaba Namwa. At the time, Nanaba Namwa ne Abnakoko problem.
Yeah, Coco issue.
Yohan about Abnakoko. Yes.
Oh, fine.
Yes. Until she just entered. Until say I'm here. Any who's original camera snitching.
Why did they buy?
And then they apparently they may so on again. I may not need community. So the conversation the so non so fair.
Okay.
Ono so hwe. Nti ono so hwe no so okay. Wodi waye ne bone. Waye ono kokona ye abna enana aba na ma bone. But wa hwe ni cha kwan to apologize. Onya sa opportunity. Who no TV so no.
Okay, no say
no say why not? I mean, I can just father him in Nipa, so I can just walk in, speak to father about it, and see how it goes. Do you know, say, Oba no, ne father can say, oh, if we said opportunity between Japan and Nanaba didn't want to.
Oh,
yes.
Wow.
It had to take A+ me to actually convince Nana say, oh, Charlie, what be there?
Oh, Nipa Timenu who could
Exactly. Inti,
okay.
allow it. What I say?
Okay.
Inti, what be you? Nana didn't want because Nana also your principle.
Yes.
Into no feel say it at a point no person on UTV production in your problem because on chance say
more catching
exclusively or no kwan oba be show. Na as a abnako person ban rush it's not planned into me sure say no on prepare for any encounter with abnako. So I had to take myself and A+ say so I'll be the
Timoko commercial break number in the
Kasa and I remember I told her say so up near now Abnako Konya International Gina Apachuta, she will be the bigger person. And guess what? After the show, the comments were off on Nana, you did well, you're the bigger person, you showed maturity and blah 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 blah. So there was no episode.
And I think after that we go on call Nana Basubi.
No.
Even if she gets an episode it doesn't come up.
So
that was the original design of it.
Yes.
Say it was a kind industry boom. But people now see that UTV United Showbiz as after say a techie, each host necessary, I say people are also saying that, it seems that you are deepening the cracks of divide like industry them. But then let's hold on to it. One of the court cases or the two of the court cases. And they pushing and I'm
no man kasa
okay one kasa but it was part of the things
me say nyama ACC bibi e wo ACC where on wo CC na yes wo CC no sa case no
e can who be like a play role because she wasn't comfortable.
I can't say that, but all I can tell you on this platform, they say a play role because that case was huge.
Yes, very huge.
There are a lot of things I mean to me in conscious, but the thing I made to me catch say because I can't say a stage no, and I made sure say sir
there were effects
repercussions I see and then replaying the effects on any see.
But all Canadian man could be because the especially if say plus ground probably maybe we would understand. But then yourself, boo. I think there was a chemistry like a brother sister chemistry between you guys on set. But other than that,
Nana is still I mean, even like you said on the show, there was that camaraderie, there was that rapport, there was that connect, there was that synergy between the three of us, especially me Muhia Bibiana or Frame. Most of the things I anytime we hear information, I had to move from my seat to a seat.
No man,
and guide and tips, and give her what. So not many relation, and we even had a relationship outside.
Oh, okay.
Yes, because now me born with most of the Dylans and okay. So we are still good friends. So me say the expectation was the fact say movie, but the point is loyalty a key.
Okay,
I've been with the Despite group since I was a boy, kind of. Because Kwesi Aboagye and Father Dexon and I didn't call more friend about Peace FM.
Okay.
And so Peace FM na me one me little popularity in the film now grew here until Father Casimir make his ass transition from radio to television
to TV. Okay.
So me a loyal to the Despite Media Group.
Oh, okay.
And
cash and also does because
say
say episode BS like $500.
So it was more of a father and a friend.
Okay.
Onto the show.
Okay.
With the approval of Nanama because the executive director or the producer must Jojo with the host person way by what was saying if you're not hosting you're comfortable with the urban. So it was father who actually made the call with the approval of Nana Nana. So for me I think say and unwanso no be puchi no mo puchi ono madam kwan and there was no way I'm not saying say ain't see that but at that
did they try did they hit you up
no they Oman free mu bia.
Oh, really?
Because I'm sure say the envy say a bedding.
Really?
Yeah. The envy because the reason I make us say time and
media general.
No. Oh, then nobody had, and I know the need one for a movie, especially me.
Okay.
Because Tama na Nana wo ye ho no or UTV no. Na Mizzy so ye a similar show TV3.
Yes.
So Mizzy then started way back. Mizzy, I used to be her kind of a manager.
Okay.
Way back, I used to direct her on what to do, my money guidance, and then into Mizzy call TV3 and no started a similar show na there.
Okay.
Not me call person.
Okay.
But not consistent in person me ba. I wasn't giving them a reason.
Okay.
But I felt say two shows near too similar. And Mizzy and then started on the pa. Na ye then started you me.
Yeah.
Into me call na me call her. Na me
as a those who crowd Ghana TV so
you understand? And because I'm in Mizzy what relationship, I couldn't to me can't change the reason I mean to me ban there. So now me man bogus reasons. But into one be I say no. I'm say fathers will do me tight so they knew. Into Francis made the father Francis at the time no. Francis made it tight.
Okay.
So he would have easily said Chalano, but he knew say every time that he says what they mean to me frail because father. So they wouldn't there was no way they were going to call me.
Well, Loud Lounge is on our way, and you need the legend himself, Arnold Asamoah Baido, the man who brings calmness onto the set of United Showbiz. What did Dini Pepe? Now, run me through your thought process when there is an issue, because you know how a man for a same way there. Via Casabaya, train say Arnold Beckham. Meaning, say we are now to wow share. Facebook live comments.
No, one of the things I do not do is to monitor commentary.
Oh, okay.
Suddenly, I don't know why, but I see some of my colleagues do it a lot. But me, I don't know why. Mean to me yet. No, mean to me follow.
Me dem ko now me be here to say asem we yen train say Arnold Bekasa. What start here yeah, we na Kenya asem no.
Me follow
thought process need to say.
I always go in prepared.
Okay.
That's one. Because prior preparation prevented poor performance.
Yeah.
And so that's my core principle. The second thing they say, nyame aboa me or nyame adom binti no, because much we industry munti no. I know that rudiments nitty-gritties be a fine industry no. That's two. And see, you and I go back and discuss matters relating 1999, 2000, 2003.
Yeah.
It didn't come up because Mache. A lot of people don't know, but Mache. Oh, of course. Mache. And also, apart from the fact that my prepare onto the set, no. The fact that Mache were in that show, me kind name be so I can easily make reference.
Okay.
The other bit is Mitier.
Okay.
I would remember Mitier, you know, and listen and all that stuff and sana. Be my research.
Okay.
Because Slim, I believe say yin na o catch him say we ni eba be kan wasema amasaso because what I do not want to do, and I am in feedback so anyway too knowing but this asem no too knowing he thinks he knows it all.
Yeah.
And I keep saying so what do you prefer? Say meba me look and sound dumb.
Yeah.
Than sounding say minimade no ho bibi. I am intense you. Because
social media backlash, and how do you take it?
And yet, because you see, I've also come to the point where me weigh positives and negatives. So positive no more forgetting negatives.
But negative no more.
So negative no more. Let's just say we'll take a second look at how we are approaching.
Your stance on Shatta Wale is being one of the most used or phrase now of mine. And as you see, it's the industry in our career.
Inconsistent and confused, that's it. Right?
Or you're consistently inconsistent.
Yeah.
It's one of the most used
phrases now.
Like now.
This one can't be. And so, or cut that line. That's a minute time together.
You've been hit on social media. And I'm say SM4.
Of course.
SM4, they come at my.
I know,
almost all cons, but I'm sure there was almost all con more because we mileage and I know a thing.
Sir,
how do you deal with it?
Thick skin, because I believe say when them say discuss industry, discuss personalities. It's almost a opportunity to discuss young. It's many be any problem.
Okay.
And you be na any be adwin.
Yeah.
E be ni be adwin. Democracy. It's many problem say maka e na so dey be won ti ase ba before believe say e be. And as maka e na so yam papa me no be ko be. Me ni problem at all. At him did no. At this point, the entire environment and start a day way. It started way back. I started starting journalism. The reason is say, and maybe I'm first or can there's a reason to it. You say your industry, especially your side, journalism, analyst, panditry, akituano, any skasem, ewo form pa, any recognition, ewo form. Me, nyamia dom. Minye juma at a very good place, and I may combine away. And so I didn't go through the process where I had to depend on a certain label, a certain artist, or you understand?
Yeah.
Into your industry, affiliation, no, having.
Yes.
Because some pundits, some journalists,
side B.
Side B.
Sir.
Me no. Fortunately for me, from the time I'm not me come out that, but and also boy me because I can make a firm grounding with corporate ejuma, and can be a.
You have to fall on,
killing me far.
Yeah.
Because I need to fall on maybe a links for and yes I make kinds down. Maybe a links for person are sorting me out. I mean, how can I go and speak against Kwame Eugene or Kiddy when they are sorting me out behind the scenes?
Yes.
What I say?
Yes.
And
Facts.
Most of our guys have was our way. When they go, they are unable to speak.
Facts.
But me, by the grace of God, I'm grounding in time. And I didn't bother about what the artist was thinking or the fans because I knew that. And you want to talk to me?
Yeah.
And I'm a measure for Sika and I said, so
I didn't show my family
who would do my temwa? I think they didn't say a fantastic. And now it doesn't affect my ability to eat and go to the loo and poo poo. So why should I be bothered? What I say?
But then some I mean, especially me, I step on next. Me, I break next.
Initially. Time I started here, no. Time I started a metro articles and graphic showbiz. Like anybody who remembers I didn't tell me bought artists. And you saw that me bought me you, but I was hard. So there was one time. That's I said we started with school. Like the way I'm like because now me University of Cape Coast, SRC, now me more fire. You know, almost trying to match. And I mean, me trying to make the graphic. When they call mirror. And I want to say your principal will be say anything be about school ni be no my cat no be post notice board.
Okay.
So now when I'm me fire and start for school time. Until my parents became worried because they felt say yeah they could school scared kusunya then and now because me try now as responded. It's a career on to time me bar into the industry.
Okay.
So still now me also very very hard and very objective and see. Now, Channel R, Ajiman Pempe, DJ Abiyo, one of the best almost started entertainment talk shows.
Yeah.
It's not a gospel station. Yeah. Now me book gospel for nature. It's at a point come from Antichrist. Yeah. I'm from Antichrist. Or when my parents worried.
Maybe I'll come there.
Yes, based on the night was school. Now me stand about industry. And you say, say your home bar someone family relations and the friends be worried.
Yes.
So they start. Oh, Charlie. So at the time, my parents became worried. That was the only time. So I had to tell them, say, listen. I feel kind of maybe I had to convince them to, So after that episode, once they were fine and they understood the role I may play when that everybody else didn't matter.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
So, but what about the threats? Because the last time when I'm there, Sally didn't come.
Yeah.
And Sally was here. I mean, but see to him when he didn't come. So, and I'm on for threatening to be or can't. And I'm on for threatening myself. I mean,
I know.
I get a lot of threats.
I know.
But how do you deal with it?
Threats need dear.
Do you report them?
No.
Don't report it.
No, I do not report. The time I threatening doing a pinnacle, no. Time I cast Shatawale inconsistent, confused. I didn't get enough threats. Like last year, Muha me cast not a month for being insinuated. I hate Shatawale. So I was on YouTube. I'm cast anybody be obedient. We can me hate Shatawale be an national form, including 80% from the fans, because Slim me hate Shatawale for doing. And people still say it too. You hate Shatawale. Maybe say Pacho, say yeah haters or something yeah haters, right?
Say the episode we American haters.
Oh, of course. Yeah, point here kwa because you can say for hating on Wale ne
David. It's yeah.
You understand? It's not as if say me kwa Jeep Sky will be what say yeah, I want to hit on Shatawale, so give me my share and let me go. No.
It doesn't happen.
It doesn't happen. So it's because so much of form because Mr. Shatawale born homo then koja award slim say Shatawale koja award na me na obo me dey put them plaque no or the kwesi sa shell no me dem plaque no the only thing they meet me in film no is that glory. So it's me because Ghana need Samini we need Mobo or we need MTV Africa Awards. Shatawale we need Irama or we need saying this. That's all I can get from it. The biggest beneficiary in artist.
Yeah.
It's a son of to you me kind of send it here. Also, I'm hitting on the guy.
But what do you think is the way around panditry that won't, because some also feel say you're tearing the artist brand down. And I think the last time I had a conversation with Minya Sadiq, Baba Sadiq. Baba Sadiq was so slim, like more draggy artist now say you turn the brand down. Do you feel say line womb, difference womb, being objective on artists AYBB and it tearing the artist brand down, difference womb?
I think say some understanding of how industry any talk shows are working.
Okay.
Discussion entertainment talk shows, podcast, get the kike ka no e won the format and it will be feedback.
Yeah.
We are supposed to be discussing proceedings within industry. We are supposed to be discussing the firms, the entities at what industry, Gumroom, Musica, Creative Arts, council or agency, the ministry. Yeah. These are the firms. Any bodies are AC or someone guided the industry. Proceedings, name is industry.
Yes.
VGMA, concerts, gigs,
music releases.
Now the other thing we need to what industry more a worthy of discussion, personalities and kasa. So how can I discuss music releases when I can't discuss the artist? It's in Yama way no discussion a petridition and nina womb. It's and then make about VGM and I make about a Numbia Samini, good vibes are we releasing. It's not Samin Bako EBB or no personality no and it's a discussion. Now I am in think of BBA, so they make it seem as if say just showbiz or entertainment been a war. They young sports.
Okay.
The pacho Asamoah Tama or call Sunderland, the Kawasa Meba.
Yeah, can was him.
The exploits in Black Sassinia, Yakawasa Meba. Pacho on this Sarah Cobbler in your issue, Yakawasa.
Pacho kind.
On in your Cobo journalist be or information, Pacho Yakawasa.
Pacho kind.
Now say on the pounds cobo tennis, on in New and Sakobo, another tennis player, Yakawasa.
Pacho.
So I mean, when they make it seem as if say just entertainment, it cuts politics. Pacho personalities in your form you want come once.
Pacho na can once.
So I didn't think I be quiet if say the name nyansa name the industry bia. You talk about the bodies, you talk about the proceedings, you talk about the personalities.
Yeah.
Into maintain example. I mean you say Wale because I already like I say I better again say haters.
Hey, we haters podcast.
Okay, let me use Kiddy. For example, me use Kiddy as an example. Yeah. Kiddy say or head related issues into no wa cancel the tour. A man for be say omo fake.
Yeah.
A man for be say obi na or twist at the end or say we nya stroke ni blah 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 blah. Senior. Kiddy onye a pivotal member of your industry.
Of course.
It is a discussion idea where I bonnet.
Patrick bonnet.
It is a discussing and Kotowski decided that I didn't think this would be general say me tear artists apart.
Okay. So I'll ask again. Difference womb.
Difference thing.
Say difference what? Tearing down.
How are we tearing down? Unless of course you can only say we tear artists being a brand and then the character apart when they are consistent.
But if consistently, okay.
When ABR this week, but when I said that ABR worthy of conversation.
But still,
But say nipa kono, now this way baby I'm who feel bad. But if nipa kono, every time be no baby ye bibi. Oba be ye bibi. Oba be ka bibi. Oba be ye bibi senior.
Yes, you tell me.
You be come say go. Say wale na obey bibi for example. With the so industry so why not?
Also on your industry here you artist. Also on industry artist.
Wale echo Ghana Music Awards UK.
Yes.
Good. Now proceedings. I talked about the fact that proceedings maybe I say come as them. Or Ghana Music Awards UK no. The performance no if show nearby. And na obe perform me. Be come as them me boy.
Osi na omo person bi ayi.
Oh dem person me call. They win say osi buy no and the perform me. So proceedings no you can't Ghana Music Awards UK e be come as them me boy. Good. Oh we need
the entry na nice.
Yes. Oh we need the ultimate, if I'm correct.
Artist of the year, yes.
And no say you come
yeah, most definitely.
Oh, yeah, no. You understand?
So so when you can be once a man, how do we go about it? So that we don't tear.
There's nothing like tear.
Okay, anyhow. Okay, my
no, because
I've dropped it.
Issue no abba. And then you can want some. Can me like example. On also the way to see a man 80K. So say yeah, talk show. It will come up. Because that personality, from week 1. You show, Week 2, we need week 3. What tweet? If let's say ABA and our Kasa, can want some. Kasa no Kasa ABA now to assume ye ABA Kasa no common. The next is go be a post. You can want some, and we are doing this because an integral part of the industry or following.
Yes.
And Koyama,
a lot of influence.
How do you say I'm telling the person? Unless, of course, you don't want to tell me, say, then we should not discuss at all.
But the artists also, some of the artists, maybe some of them will tell us that don't talk about it.
Possible.
A typical example is, I think even when Nipa can want some, or Coach Sheldon. Coach Sheldon say Sheldon shouldn't do any of his reactions to his song. He shouldn't talk about him again. Or no, I can't. It's a man can want some.
Depending on the format of the show.
Okay.
So Coach Sheldon, for example, say, oh no, omo product, and or the ejuma. And I have the right to say,
don't use it.
Me use me products we ain't found in ejuma.
Okay.
But me no conversation you have a conversation about the industry.
Yeah,
that's one. You also we can also have a conversation about Nema trendy way industry. And you know to me can't change them in You know why? And then the ejuma.
Who ejuma there?
Yeah. Because once you are playing a role in industry, me know see a role that you playing here to review and preview events. Personalities in the echo so. And no to me can't say me and also jai.
It's jai
no to jai, yeah.
Fantastic.
Because I've not picked your product. And yet the whole year na me so make awesome.
Fantastic.
Yeah. So I need I can say stop talking about Wale. I say, are you people? Because when I'm coming from my house, I didn't put Wale's documentation in my pocket. Somebody discussing Wale. When I got there, they said topics are Mr. Juman here to me coming to me. I said, pass it on. I can't say pass it on.
Recently, since one day and die home, we have a little
problem.
Like maybe 10 more minutes and then we wrap up. Recently, I think Despite Media made it. Said they are going to blacklist. Okay, not Despite Media.
That's Ola. Ola suggestion.
Any on neat.
Yeah.
And okay, say on there or no day or dark or. Pacho, does that apply to has there been
no? There's not been
meetings at United Showbiz side also.
Never. Wouldn't say kakra minimum also say presenter biya any opinion.
Okay.
Obiya kutano ho. Ola Kwesi Aboagye Halifax. These are the people who host entertainment shows or Despite or and now Miss G UTV. These are people who are contracted. Who are very opinionated. Ola, Miss G, Halifax, Kwesi Aboagye, very opinionated people. And see, apart from the direction of the show, no saying the show, no, one person more opinion on me to me I expressing. And see, Ola was speaking from Onua
side.
Yes. No. And no can man from it.
But
because there's no way. And again, because we know actually in that show, man. There is no way any entity be blacklisted or be announcing in general. And it's against the culture
level.
Never. There's no way.
Level.
Opa check it worldwide. There's no way I'll be blacklist to be a better announcer.
It's one say ubi be a yanka but
no
meeting be akoso.
No meeting be akoso. There's not been any official meeting. Me so akoso anime nyawe.
Okay.
Say yeah.
No, I was just saying worldwide.
Sa Olameki sa proclamation on the I think a Friday or Tuesday or so. The Saturday he was on UTV. And Shatawale Tabia we in the bar. It's I was surprised. Ola yeah they told me Ola no. Also can hear. It will cost me. Now me really feel I can't be bisa. It I was like it also can hear.
Everyone guys say
until later. I'm saying okay. I so stay consistent because we can't radio so a day ago
consistently inconsistent.
We can't a day ago radio so on can gentleman no same view. Into what about you bisa na there he must stay consistent and not talk about the matter. So that's what's for la. Na say yeah can be. Me say me biemu. You understand? And say enye true say despite no they don't do that. They
Ladies
don't do that
and
at all.
gentlemen, still logged on to the Loud Lounge. Yeah, we'll be wrapping up a wonderful conversation with my brother Arnold Asamoah Baido. Super great to see you.
Charlie, Slim.
Yeah,
Good to see you too.
Me interview with yeah.
Plan that check.
Yeah.
Oh, Charlie.
But then still, let me touch on one last question on Wally. There's this picture of yourself and timer. Wally, in your issue, I know I see. What's you trying to say?
Okay.
I want us to look at the picture.
Okay.
What's you trying to say?
Yeah.
And upeja wadiba akusi Sahara cameras. And that is like one iconic picture. A trendy.
Yeah, but that picture no. Okay. So that picture no. It was
those who shoot 250 pesos.
Yes, but that picture had nothing to do with me. Shatter your banter at that particular moment.
Oh, really?
So usually, no, say but start show no, you trap pictures.
Okay.
You trap pictures, need videos, crash on your start show.
Okay.
Into that at that time now, manual photography. Okay. And no studio at the time because only one lemon a bar studio.
Okay.
Into he was the one and then attached his own trap pictures no. Before and after because usually you trap pictures before. One say update it, who is on the show and how. Then after you group pictures. It's that picture you try. Now me contem because now I'm planning that because Mr. Wale he was coming for me. It's in me contem ko pack me car baby crash my security measures crash na no over. It's you me contem no. Now, you know, Manuel, he was taking random photos. It's not me saying me when my phone so diagro. So that picture was taken way before me while banter. But just that,
and
see so. And boom,
and I was I'm ready shoot no.
And boom.
So me what not shoot na 250 pesos.
Sa shoot na one kasa can shoot be na 250 pesos. Na lewa cry. And sa shoot no South Africa. Oh, senior.
Correct super.
Oh, senior. Should look at my exhibition. But you know how Wale is. Anytime because seriously, and I will say this, my count baby I say coming onto that show.
Yeah.
Now my prepare my Wale because I knew said there was no way beating me on any intellectual discussion.
Okay.
Any intellectual discourse. Yeah. No way. And especially considering the topic internal urban.
Yeah.
I knew what I mean in the echo. And see, not mean show or no back and forth. No. What I was scared of, any hangers on, boys, so I pleaded with Father Mose, gentleman, no about me because I've worked with Wale before xylophone. I worked for him. I was a communications manager. I did all his PR.
Yeah,
what I say.
Yeah,
and you know, and even outside xylophone, I've done stuff for him. Time Budo go on, you know, free, no pay, no nothing. It's me and no feel me. I mean, he's called me before to actually applaud me for ABCD. I know him. It's all about no mean him say. Oh, boss. I mean, me can't.
But as a set in there, way trainer.
And hammer. In fact, your call break nearby because they actually rushed on because yeah. Hey, but if you know trigger, we go. Into a honeymoon there, I was disappointed, Kaka, because now me UTV one year where say gentleman there, me in the back and forth there, a cocoa. But moon protected studio hono, you understand, because he may not have a problem. But any of the guys may have a problem the way I'm in the call back and forth. Me need to call back and forth because me who is some industry person, only industry person. And I have an argument. Of course, me I always know See, you want to for recognize you. But Slim, yes, so you're that level.
Oh yeah.
You understand? Yeah, on that level. Shalema, the God, they're well paid in a kicker and they are on that level. No kind of boys in Drake, how do they even see them?
Yeah.
Now, seeing Joe Biden and Drake, friends and Drake, Joe go baby, baby, because now Joe Biden, a podcast, like a broadcaster.
Yeah.
Drake didn't to chew form.
Also, new beer or follow of near there.
Also, first class by occasion. What I say? It's hard when there will be until no, they're not coming any problem. Until on the day. Security name and I may pass so almost shamame. It's a call break no. I'm riding your coupon. And if you honor dear, my we have show because massa.
Now who is on better with your Musaka account inside?
No, really. But threats no need a kick account. And a bass, I know. No more me microphone for that one where rather telling me to cool down. Home name dry. Say me mom cool it down.
But it's your workplace.
Exactly. He said, you know, Tom, a bomu kaka. So they thought, say, me cool it down. My boys say, cool it down. Because I was thinking, say, I mean, my thing. To be sure, tell me, Nana, your set or some catching, Nana, say, I'm catching, Nan, they're all, they're many, you know, Casson, you mean, I was meaning. So I was really, you know, pissed at the point because I felt, say, Nami mum, no person was suppressing me instead of one. But I could understand them because some situation it's no.
Save your guest.
Yes, it's no. But
at the background of this, wouldn't you want to take a back seat when it comes to somebody like Wale in the issues? Like, wouldn't you want to?
I may think about. Maybe I'll think about it.
Say, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
for the sake of
it has crossed my mind.
For the sake of
it has crossed my mind.
It
has crossed my mind because I've realized, say, it has crossed my mind. I don't lie. It has crossed my mind. Say, Charlie, what's the point? I mean, if we kind of cry, no, I bear a problem now. Man, for baby, whatever. Yeah, it has crossed my mind. I may get to that point.
I can't cry.
Yeah, because then Charlie, I think the DNA but
how like among for one chain family, how do they take it?
I've been able to shelve or to my fence the fence be better the family know from what I do.
Okay.
Me early stages not make us my parents and that person problem. But once I was able to convince them no there no problem. But now my immediate family, my wife and kids, I've been able to fence in such a way say they don't even know they don't
get to see
it. No, like. And me just in to a point that they would understand.
They would understand.
Like I said, if you're saying Joe Biden need Drake, if you're saying artists be Shalema, DJ and Bimunya, it's no problem.
With punditry,
being
an entertainment journalist, do you still see it as something that was like that is worth it for you, like fulfilling?
Yes, fulfilling because me no a passion man do real first. And I'm cast okay. Meet me man in your professional. It's a passion no go so wo.
Still na that so.
Passion no go so wo. Emkoye. Passion no go so anka bade sanka wo frame kamamba. Passion no go so wo. Because I did peace me yeah we am UTV. So it's a passion.
Yeah.
Passion no go so wo. And a fulfillment no eba later. Cause Slim now I see some of the panelists no be call station way. No Kojokin. Shout out to Kojokin. Martinez omon nam sa my yen nyina jai. Hey, me to me change station wa crane na and because I see demand.
Yeah.
Bruh, and at the time na me person please you bia. Nti ajima kwa mefre, we kwa mefre, we kwa meko. My chin dey Kojokin Martinez mo come back and forth. My yen yes. Now the fulfillment part no seriously and I must comment came with UTV. I won't lie.
Into UTV back and I say,
oh, means me father man we need to but seriously
do
me industry no about close to 20 years I'm our industry now. UTV now my fulfillment when it comes to the financial benefits.
Maybe to $500 per episode.
In your good speculation. But what I can tell you say father any despite any doctor for Isapon. They really understand. Yeah, they really understand. Because me see me chin baby me new station na my programming call.
No lie.
Oh boss.
But we deal.
These guys or these gentlemen they understand. The value at all there and also they respect it, they recognize it, and they place value on it.
despite any stakeholder, like as in on contributing to the entertainment space.
That's nonsense.
I think so. A couple of posts on social media
because of Tabia. That's that.
Despite
omo cancer no either say omo nyansa of form, and that's omo ignorant, and that's omo all together. Because when you're ignorant, now name the history of your industry where you want to be fear bar. No crab to chairman.
How is he taking insult?
Oh, Oma famous.
But insult na your chairman too. You know so
no.
Menyadia obeko hu.
Debbie. They've seen and heard west. They've seen and heard west. And when you say a collabing or a belligerent now, all can. We don't. You see, the point is, it doesn't affect them in their dealings.
It's no lie.
It doesn't affect them in their dealings. Or can't say the Bugatti no tie na pie.
Debbie Empire. Still engine, this is why I ran. Air condition, bossy, yes,
so it doesn't really affect them.
Ladies and gentlemen, nice conversation with my brother Arnold Asamoah Baido, and entertainment journalist extraordinaire organizer. In fact, unyano UTV shows were assistants now. The one me who say bag and so.
Oh, UTV bag.
Nyadia despite media, be jano wamana ko baby. But then so we are lucky enough to have him outside that. Me sure say TV content and I say whatever content you want to put out there will still get the mileage that it deserves. But then how do you see future of entertainment in Ghana? Because that would be my last question. There's been a massive cry for investment, and I think I was one of the people. I was stepping on Black Sheriff's neck when the case of investment came in, and not only because the said investor is a close friend, but then I feel say it's one of the most talked about thing like elemental.
I see me working crown, and that incident. When I had the opportunity to discuss it on Peace FM, me call towards only investor on the line. And up to now, people think say I'm a Black Sheriff hater.
Also,
yes. Yes, I remember saying recently I could win the award. Some person came onto my IG DM. At the day,
sir,
saying na on investor no we Jimmy for so I could win the award. I'm saying, who protects the investor? Who protects that investor? Because Slim, the most important element where industry is funding.
Yes.
Se funding ni mo obowa hwe enkoso. Now obiat now say no. I have options to take my money into tomato production, into galamsey, into water production. But no, person invest it into the industry. Now artists, then the handlers be adding in for more. Now say me ba, me can't because and see you know the air hard drink account. A typical example, the time na family and Ogidi Brown issue.
Yes.
And I realized say a lot of the we not near cop from my side. No Ogidi Brown anything. Because artists what the artists and investors in genre, artists are popular.
Very popular, yes.
Or following,
yes.
Or love, or say. Instead of saying bia
obedibim.
Now I'm saying no. Mama be in any ye because without Ogidi Brown, there will be no family.
Yes.
It deal with the matter as it is. Because you need to protect that investor. Because guess what? Say from here, the Ogidi Brown necessity for more. Ogidi Brown will not have the courage to go and do another person.
Yes.
It's our loss.
Yes.
Because that person, Sanka, Ogidi Brown was only one. And now say, sorting the family. Because guess what? Black Sheriff. Sometimes I sit back, I'm like, 2 years ago, see what Black Sheriff was. And or sorting out in the family, in the friends, in the associates, and the BBR.
Now, there's employment around him.
Exactly. We need to protect that person. It's a key. Unless, of course, if I call in or like on any pakoni try, but I said no dawa. You can't send it here and forget about affiliation. And it dear, me tremor. Me invest on the dear, me supporting investor on apps. So that's me the part there. No.
So future no, future no. You say
the future is bright. Because you see, industry no has shifted to digital. And now, your child there, you need to be digital space no fast. When I came, I was super amazed because of the good work. No boys no digital space no I catch up. And now, unlike those years, digital no core nothing in an area. Exactly. And artists are making most of their money on that space.
Yeah.
Look at even one chain no crown. We are making our money on that space as well. So once we embrace it and run along with it, that's one of the key ways. The two, of course, investment is number one. And you number one, I can't know that. Number two, quality of work. The two. Music, movies, every entity be a part of the
level of.
It should come with some because it's hype. No, hype is key. So work at the second corner, it must be accompanied by hype. Because hype is a critical element in the industry. We put that thing here, come and say one for hype and catch up. And I'll put that when it's bad.
It's still a best half.
Now, what happened now to the point where I feel a quality now a problem. So quality is also a key. It's pay investments, no digital, quality. No, my last one, recognition and respect.
Okay,
this is very important because I've come to realize that some of the artists, any more fan base, some role players we were in industry,
of course,
and that's a problem because a ecosystem, you know, part of you play, investor know when the part of play. Artist manager know on the part of play, road manager know on the part of play, artist nakasa on the part of play. Me so as a journalist or as a pundit, me so want me part of me play. It's unique. Some people say, "Oh, person me more respect her. You to respect what I do." What I say, my mom say Adam is all over the place. Hey, pundit I say, senior. Another time, but the point is recognition and respect for every role player. Mutual respect. Because they all there's no way I'm missing the maybe but can be on the bay all day. So to me to market positive, you can't stomach negative. Then we any to mutual respect is key.
Well, I say near the say UTV share this edition. But then if you have any comments, wait me, drop in the comment section. We will make sure we get them all, and probably the next time we have the man himself very soon. You be saying you'll be most comments one by one. Every DJ Slim, Arnold Asamoah Baido, my special guest. God bless you, my brother.
Charlie, all the time.
To the team production, Usu, Brego, Oboima, team Nina, we are out.